Hello, namaste. Hello, my dear students and all viewers. Hope you all are well. Thank you. Now we are in same chapter mensuration, but different things. Up to last classes, we have discussed about different kinds of plane figure and their uses. Now we go for the solid figure. As we know that in mensuration uh, we d- we, disc, dif, what, we differentiate the whole figure in two parts, one in plane figure and another in solid figure. We have already discussed about these two kind of figure, and we had problem regarding plane figure till last class. From today we are going to start the solid figure. Okay, so I am going to draw some solid figure here, and then after we will discuss about solid figure, what is in solid figure, or what we find in solid figure. Okay, so please come to the board. As we know, in figures we divide all figures in two sections. One is plane figure and second is solid figure. All the figures are classified in two ways, in plane figure and in solid figure. On this is also called 2D and this is called 3D figure. We have discussed all about this plane figure and uses of plane figure in the mensuration or in geometry. Okay, now we are going to study about the solid figure. And then what are the solid figure? We had discussed about this also. Solid figure means suppose prism, pyramid, sphere, hemisphere, these all are solid figure. We have also given the example in prism. This is a prism C. This is a prism, and it is called triangular prism. Then this is a cuboid. This is a cuboid. Then a cube. This is solid figure. Then this is also a solid figure. Cylinder, this is triangular pyramid, rectangular pyramid, square pyramid, circular pyramid, sphere, hemisphere. And these are the examples of solid figures: triangular prism, cuboid, cube, hexagonal prism, circular prism or cylinder, triangular pyramid, rectangular pyramid, square pyramid, circular pyramid or cone, sphere, hemisphere. These are the basic solid figures, and by combining these figures we can get some more plane solid figure. Like suppose they are the basic solid figure or 3D figure. If we combine two or more figure, we will get another solid figure. Suppose this is a cylinder. If we combine cylinder and cone, we get this type of new solid figure. Or if we combine three figures, this part is cone, this part is cylinder, and this part is hemisphere, then and that is another kind of solid figure. In this way we can make so many new solid figures by combining two or more solid figures. This is also a kind of solid figure which is made by cube or cuboid and the pyramid. So if you see in your surrounding, different kinds of solid figures are there, and these all solid figures are either in the form of this basic solid figure or by joining two or more solid figure together. Okay, your home, this room is also a kind of solid figure, and this marker, see, this marker is also kind of solid figure. Okay, so first of all we should recognize which type of solid figure is this, and this type of solid, what is the name of this type of solid figure. So I am going to show some something about this solid figure. Okay, see very carefully. First of all, see this one. This is the cuboid. This is called cuboid. Okay, this is cuboid. Then this is cylinder. We will discuss about this figure later on in detail. This is cylinder. Similarly, see, this is the pyramid. You can see this is the pyramid. This is the circular pyramid, or we can say it is a cone also. It is a circular pyramid. Same way, this is a cube. Like we play in Ludo. This day Ludo game is so popular in Ludo. This is the shape of dice or die. This is a cube. Now see, this is the sphere. All are made of wood. This is the sphere, example of sphere. Next one, this is the hemisphere. Here see, all figure it has come. It is the hemisphere. This is also kind of solid figure. And now this is also kind of solid figure, see. Okay, this is also kind of solid figure. So these all are the basic solid figure in our surrounding, and with the help or with the joining this basic solid figure, we get another kinds of solid figure. Okay, now see, I am giving you some more example. More example of combined figure. This is the cylinder. This is the cylinder. Okay. Now I am going to make this figure, combined figure. This is the combination of cylinder and cone. Now see, this is what? This is the cylinder, and this is what? This is the cone. Now I am going to combine these two. Now see, this is another kind of solid figure which is called the combined figure of cylinder and cone, and simply it looks like pencil without eraser. Okay. So this figure is like this figure, see, this two. Now same way, if if we add this three figures, see, this is the combination of cone, cylinder and hemisphere. This is another kind of solid figure. It looks like pencil, sharpened pencil with eraser. Okay, this is the example of this figure. So we should know what type of solid figure is this and what is the combination of the solid figure, or this combined figure is made by with what kind of solid figure. Okay, so these are the examples of solid figure by combining two or more figures. Now see some more. Now see, this is the combination of cone and cylinder. We have already discussed about this in this figure. And suppose if you add here another cone, then it is another kind of combined solid figure, and it looks like a pencil having both sides sharpened. This is the pencil, both sides sharpened. Okay, so these are all are solid figure, combination of different kind of basic solid figure. Okay, now take some more example. Look, this is what, this is this cuboid, or this is the cuboid. Okay, this is a cuboid and this is the pyramid. If we combine these two figures, this will be like this figure. See, okay. So we all are surrounded by many kinds of solid figure, many kinds of thing. Some are directly, or some figure are directly of this kind of solid figure, whereas some are combination of the solid figure. If we add in this, if we add both side pyramid, then this is the different kind of solid figure. Okay, see, this is a hemisphere, this is a hemisphere. If we add this to hemisphere, it will what? It will be sphere. And now this is the cone. If we put here this hemisphere, it looks like a cone with filled with ice cream. This hemisphere part is looks like ice cream, and this is the cone ice cream. I think you all have ice cream in this summer season. So this is the combination of cone and hemisphere. Now when you go to have this cone ice cream, then you see the conical part is cone, that, and the ice cream is looks like hemisphere. Okay, so all figure, if you see anywhere, if you have you watch different kinds of basic solid figure or the combination of solid figure. Now I am giving some more example. See, this is a bottle. What is this? This is a solid figure, but it is not either this or this or this or this. This is the combination of different kind of figure. This part is conical part, not completely conical, but we can say conical. This type of figure. Why we don't say it is cone? Because in cone there is a apex or vertex, like here this apex, this is called apex or vertex, but in this bottle this is not apex. So this is a kind of figure which is called frustrum, because it has not the apex, that's why it is called frustrum. If it has apex, then it is called cone figure. So this bottle is the combination from here to here. This is the one part of cylinder, this part is like frustrum or cone, and this the bottom part looks like sphere but not sphere. So what I want to say that we have surrounded by different kind of solid figure The figure may be directly this basic solid figure or the combination of the solid figure. I have some marker. See, this is the you see that it can be defined as cylinder. This looks like cylinder, but not completely cylinder, but looks like cylinder up to some part. Same way, this duster. Where is the duster? This duster is also a solid figure. This shape is rectangular shape and looks like cuboid, but it is not completely cuboid. So, in solid figure we are going to study about this kind of solid figure differently also, and this kind of combined figure with combining this kind of solid figure. Okay. But we are in class 9, that is why we are not going to study all of this kind of solid figure in class 9. Some of we study in class 9 and then after remaining we read in class 10. Okay. In class 9 we read about this prism, this kind of we discuss, but if we have time then I can give you some more examples or concept of this figure also. Okay. So, now we are going to start solid figure, and in solid figure this type of figure is there. First we start prism. Okay. Then after we go on. So, now we are going to start solid figure, and in solid figure we are going to start prism. Prism. What is prism? In word, in definition, a prism is a section having congruent bases. If you see the definition, what is a prism? A prism is a section or cross section having congruent bases, or simply suppose this is a figure. If this top and bottom both are called bases of the figure, if this base and this base, or this top or this bottom are congruent, I think you know about congruent triangles and congruent figure. A figure having both shape and size are same is called congruent figure. Shape is also same, size is also same. So, if you see this figure, then this top and this bottom, the shape and size of this top and this bottom is same. So, according to definition, this figure, this solid figure is an example of a prism. Okay. To be a prism, this top and this bottom or both bases must be congruent. Okay. So, this is an example of prism, and then take this one. This is called cuboid. If you take this way, then the shape of this base and this base, or this bottom or this top or bottom, are congruent. Either you take this way or you take this way or you take this way. This is an example of prism. What is a prism? A solid figure having congruent bases. Simple way, a congruent figure having congruent bases is called prism. So, this cuboid is also kind of prism. This is a cylinder. This is also kind of prism. This is also kind of prism. Now take this. This is a cube, and if you see the top and bottom, the shape and size of top and bottom, they are congruent. So, this cube is also kind of prism. Okay. Now, see this figure. This is generally called pyramid, but in pyramid, see how many bases are there? This is one base and this is another base. This top, this vertex is another base. It is two base also, but this top has negligible area. So in simply we say that in this figure there is only one base. To be prism there must be two bases and the bases are the bases must be congruent, but here in this figure only one base is there, another base is also there, but the area of the another bases is negligible or it like 0. That is why it has only one base. If it has only one base, then it is not a prism. To be a prism, the solid object must have two bases with the congruent shape. Okay. So, this is not a prism. This cone is not a prism because it has only one base. So, in this way, and look, this is also the shape of this part, this top, the shape of this top and this bottom is also congruent. So, this is also an example of prism. Okay. Our room is also example of prism. And why it is a prism? Because the shape of the base and shape of the ceiling or the top is congruent. That is why our room is also a kind of an example of prism. Okay. So, first of all you should be very careful, or you should be you should what you say, you should concentrate about the figure, either it is prism or not. So, how can you recognize that it is it is prism or not? Very simple way. See whether there has two bases or not, and both the bases are congruent or not. If it has two bases, but they are not congruent, then they are not called the prism. Okay. I am giving a example, but I have forgotten to bring that example. A solid figure may have two bases, but may not have also congruent. Then that kind of figure is not called prism. A solid figure having two congruent bases is called prism. Okay. So, we are going to start prism. So, take first of all name of the prism. If we join this is a prism, and because its bases are triangle, that is why it is called triangular prism. Okay. The kind of prism is defined as its base. What is the shape of its base? That kind of prism is called. Now, take this figure. What is the base? What is the shape of the base of this figure? The base of this figure or the top of this figure is rectangle. So, this type of figure is called rectangular prism, or we called it as cuboid also. A cuboid is a rectangular prism. What? A cuboid is called rectangular prism. Okay. Because its base is rectangle, that is why it is called rectangular prism. Its base is triangular, that is why it is called triangular prism. Now, suppose this is a square. If length, breadth, height are equal, then it is also called rectangular prism. Rectangular prism, or because all length, breadth and height are equal, that is why it is called cube also. This is also prism. Now, see, this is a hexagonal prism because the top and bottom has congruent bases. And now take, it is called hexagonal prism. Hexagonal prism. This is called circular prism because its base is circle. It is called what? Circular prism, or circular prism is also called cylinder. So these all are the example of prism. They all are solid figure and they are the examples of prism. How we name this is a triangular prism? Because it has triangular base. With the base we name the prism. This figure, this solid figure has congruent triangular bases, that's why it is called triangular prism. Same way here this figure has rectangular congruent bases, that's why it is called rectangular prism, or for rectangular prism also we name it cuboid. And this is also a rectangular prism, but all the length and breadth, height are same, that's why it is called cube also. And this is the hexagonal prism, its top and bottom are congruent and both are regular hexagon, then it is called regular hexagonal prism. Okay, and these are the example of circular prism because it has circular bases, and that's why it is called circular prism. And circular prism is also called cylinder. Okay, and then after if you see this type of figure, they are also prism. So only you remind that a figure having congruent bases is that is called prism, and there are so many prism, but the basic prism are these: triangular prism, rectangular prism, or cuboid, rectangular prism, or cube, hexagonal prism, and circular prism or cylinder. So they are basic prism, and we are going to read about this prism. Okay, but before going we should know about area, different kind of area of this prism or the solid figure. See, this is a cuboid or rectangular prism. In any solid figure, either it is prism or it is pyramid or sphere or hemisphere, all has three type of dimensions, three things. All solid figure, in all solid figures, there are three things. First, lateral surface area or LSA in short, or curved surface area or CSA. In any solid figure we have three things, that is lateral surface area, then total surface area or TSA, and finally volume. All solid figure, either it is prism or pyramid or sphere or hemisphere or anything, they have these three kinds of thing. First, lateral surface area, or in short it is LSA, or sometimes it is also called curved surface area, and then total surface area, and after that there is volume. So I am going to give example. First, 1 LSA or CSA. What is LSA or CSA? So, suppose we have kept this prism, this is a rectangular prism or cuboid, we have kept this way. So, what is its lateral surface area? This in simple, the area of the sum of all faces. The area of sum of all faces of any solid figure is called lateral surface area of that figure or curved surface area of that figure. Again, what is lateral surface area? Lateral surface area is the sum of area of all faces. Faces means, suppose this is a cuboid or rectangular prism. Faces means this face, this face, this face, this means all side. The sum of area of this face, area of this face, area of this face, area of this face, side area. You can say adjacent side faces area. What is lateral surface area? Lateral surface area is the sum of the area of the all faces. If we take out area of this part, then this part, then this part, then this part, and we add, then we will get lateral surface area of this figure. Okay? In simple, in Nepali, यो छेउछेउको एरियालाई एड गर्दा जति आउँछ त्यो नै यसको lateral surface area हुन्छ. If we add the area of this adjacent faces, then we will get lateral surface area. Now, take another example. Suppose this is a pyramid. Okay? So, the area of the all faces means area of this triangle, area of this triangle, area of this triangle, area of this triangle. छेउछेउको area. If we add area of adjacent faces, the adjacent faces may be triangular, rectangular. Okay? If we add this faces, all faces will get lateral surface area of this cuboid. Similarly, take this one. If we add the area of this side, the area of this side is its lateral surface area, but when solid figure is a cubical base, then it is not called lateral surface area, it is called curved surface area, but the concept is same, the meaning is same. So, suppose we have to find out the lateral surface area of this room, then we find area of this wall, then we find area of this wall, then find area of this wall, then area of this four wall. If we find area of this four wall and add, then we will get the area of four walls, and area of four walls is the lateral surface area of this room. So, again you see this is a cube, or the room is also in this shape. If we add this area, this is a area of one wall, this is area of one wall, this is area of one wall, this is the area of one wall. If we add the area of all these four wall, we will get area of four walls, and area of four walls is the lateral surface area of this figure. So, what is to find lateral surface area? First of all, we should know what is the meaning of lateral surface area. So, what is lateral surface area? Sorry. What is lateral surface area? Lateral surface area is the area of the sum of the all faces of any kinds of figure, either it is prism, pyramid or sphere. Okay? In this figure, see this figure. What is the lateral surface area of this figure? Then the area of this side plus area of, find area of all faces. How many faces are there? If we add area of all faces, we will get lateral surface area of this figure also. Okay? So, this is about lateral surface area. Lateral surface area means area of this all faces. Now, second come to TSA, total surface area. So, what is total surface area? The total surface means how many surfaces are there? It has 6 faces, this face, this face, this face, this face, this face, or simply this total surface area is the sum of area of LSA and these two bases. In lateral surface area, if you add this base and this base, then you will get total surface. Means how many surfaces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we add area of all faces, then we will get area of total surface. Again, what is total surface area? Area of sum of area of all faces of any object. Suppose we have to find out area of this figure, total surface area of this figure. So, what is total surface area? Total surface area is the sum of the area of all faces, this face plus this face plus this face plus this place, and finally the area of this base, area of this base, but this base has 0, that is why area of this. If we add all faces together, all faces with the bases, is called total surface area of this figure. Suppose we have this figure. Now, what will be the lateral surface area and total surface area? Area of this, area of this. First of all, you find lateral surface area, and then in lateral surface area you add both bases, this base and this base. We do not have the area of this base is 0, but we have the area of this is something. So, if we add this base to the lateral surface area, you will get total surface area of the any object. So, what is total surface area? In simply, the total surface area is sum of all faces with the bases. If you want to find out total surface area of this room, then what will be the total surface area? Area of this wall, area of this wall, area of this wall, area of this wall. It means area of 4 wall, including area of this bottom, this floor, and area of this ceiling. If we add area of ceiling and area of this floor in four walls, then we will get total surface area. Okay. My time is going to finish now. About volume, I am going to tell you tomorrow, and then after tomorrow we derive some formula how to find out lateral surface area or curved surface area, what is total surface area and volume. Okay. So, again you watch these videos once, twice or thrice and try to understand in your surrounding what type of solid figure is there. Some solid figure may be basic solid figure, or some solid figure may be the combination of 2 or more solid figures. So, your homework is to watch in your surrounding what type of solid figure are there, and then after what will be their lateral surface area and total surface area. Okay. So, watch this video again and again. There is no homework. Homework is that you watch your surrounding, how many solid figures are there, what type of solid figures are there. Okay. So, thank you very much for today. Have a nice day. Namaste. Bye.